A comprehensive victory for Afghanistan, and for Bangladesh, well, they have a lot of questions and they have a lot of time to find the answers because they've got a 1.5-hour drive back from Abu Dhabi to Dubai as they play India tomorrow. We've got Simon Doull and Bhattacharjya here in the studio with me. This one is a big one for Afghanistan, Joy. They're going to look at this and they're going to say, well, you know, we need to play the big boys more often.
Yeah, absolutely. And the way they've won it is just the scale of the victory. It's a 137-run victory. It's a hiding. And the truth of it is, from the point the Bangladesh innings started, they never looked like winning.
Yeah.
There was not a single point in the second innings where you said they had even a chance.
What was it, 15th over for the first boundary to come? 5 boundaries in the whole innings finally.
Yeah, absolutely.
Dot balls, I think there was, Simon, I think there was about 3,000 dot balls.
2.5, I think.
Yeah, felt that many.
Yeah,
felt like that many.
Brilliant performance, Joy.
Yeah, look at this. I mean, I'm looking at something else. 4 of the bowlers they've used today have economy rates below 3. I mean, economy rate of below 6 is considered good in this format, but Aftab Alam, Mujibur Rahman, Mohammad Nabi, Rashid Khan averaging, they're scoring at a healthy 1.4 runs an over against him.
That's pretty quick, huh? Can give you whiplash if you're not careful, I tell you, because suddenly you just knock yourself back like that.
If you cannot play the spin as well against Afghanistan, you will struggle. And we've seen that already. The first 2 games and 2 sides that generally play spin quite well, or supposedly well.
Nabi, so tight he was today.
And the fact that they can bring Rashid Khan in the 22nd over.
Yeah.
He's their last of their... He's a recognised bowler, number 1 bowler for them, but they don't have to bring him in until the 22nd over.
Yeah.
They're already 5 down by the 22nd over, weren't they?
Yeah, they were.
4 down. They were 4 down.
There was...
and then he got Shakib, and then he got Mahmudullah.
There were 2
two key men.
Well, I'm telling you, if they would have got him in earlier, match would have probably finished a little
I just
earlier.
have some information to give to you. I've just been on the phone and I've heard that tomorrow Rashid Khan is making breakfast and also clearing the ground.
Yeah.
Because those are the only 2 things he didn't do today. He got 3 wickets, he scored that quick fire 50 and he had this amazing run out at the end. What more can the man do? Tomorrow he's cooking breakfast, I'm sure about it.
Yeah. He'll just look at the eggs and they'll cook themselves.
57 not out to go along with, 2 for nothing, 2 for 13.
2 for 13 in like 9 overs.
And a brilliant run out with 57 not out.
Yeah, that batting strike rate is up there. The economy is, well, down there. So he's pretty much done nothing wrong today. And just to explain to you what Bangladesh did, there was, I think, the 8th wicket partnership, which was 9 runs in, what was it, 5.4 overs or something, right?
5.4
in almost
overs,
6, yes. 5.4 was a 9-run partnership.
Fighting 9-run partnership.
A fighting 9-run partnership. Those are 20 minutes that they could have spent introspecting on the bus. And we keep saying this because it is tough. Bangladesh now have to travel, 2 hours, get back to their hotel, get up in the morning and play against India, no less. An Indian side, which of course was looking good yesterday in the win that they had. They looked like they'd hit their straps. And for Bangladesh, they're not looking forward to their breakfast tomorrow morning.
They are not looking for whether Rashid cooks it or not is a different matter. He's in a different city anyway.
Yeah.
So he's probably not going to cook it for them. No, and I think, you know, they would have been looking at it and it's not the defeat that would have mattered as much as the nature of the defeat.
Yeah.
137 run is a hiding, you know. And so therefore, you know, if they had a 20-run defeat, they'd say, okay, we'll pick ourselves up tomorrow and we'll do better. You know, it's not so bad. When you lose by 137 runs to a team that has been a test side just about a year, it's not easy to pick up yourself that easily.
Right from that partnership between Gulbuddin and Rashid Khan, from that moment on.
160 for 7 onwards.
Yeah, 160 for 7. And they turned the game around, and we talked about it. Take it deep. Take it as deep as you possibly can. You never know what can happen in those last 8 or 9 overs if you remain 6-7 down. And that's exactly what they did. And to me, that's, you know, that was the start of it, and then the bowlers just continued on their merry way. Any side looking to play against Afghanistan now will be worried. If they get to bat first, opposition sides will be worried. They better be on their game.
Yeah, and let's have a look at what Afghanistan has been doing so far. Now, the thing is that they've, as you know, we spoke about in the Cricbuzz Combox a little earlier, that they've been spending a lot of quality time with Zimbabwe. In fact, they've played them 21 times. Yeah, and if you look, they've played West Indies, but look at the names that are missing. That's more important. No England, no Australia, no India, no Pakistan.
No New Zealand. No South Africa.
No South Africa.
Okay, so that is the key issue. So what Afghanistan are starting to do, And what they want people to do now is take
Notice.
Take notice. We are worthwhile opponents at one-day international level. Now, the other thing that is in Afghanistan's favour is their home ground is in Delhi.
Yeah. Now, not
Dehradun,
Dehradun now.
Dehradun, close by, close
It used
enough.
to be Noida. Now
It
it's
was Noida, sorry.
30-minute flight, yeah.
So it's not far away. So any side coming to India should be going to play Afghanistan.
I think it's a fantastic idea.
That's a
Prior
great idea.
to any team that tours India. Now, maybe because the West Indies have played them a few times already, it might not happen this time round, but any other team that tours India, that should be coming 3 days beforehand and playing a one-day international against Afghanistan.
A recognized, proper
Absolutely.
one-day international.
Absolutely. They deserve that respect.
They deserve that respect.
And if teams, I firmly believe if teams want to help the game grow, if they honestly, I know that they pay lip service to that statement. Oh, we're about the globalisation of cricket and we want game to grow in the lesser nations, the smaller nations. If they truly believed that, they would stop in some of these places and play these teams. Every time New Zealand and Australia have to go anywhere except South Africa, they must go through Hong Kong or Singapore. All right? They don't, it's not a necessity. You can go through America, but it's just as easy to stop in Hong Kong or Singapore on the way anywhere, to India, to the subcontinent, to England, to the West Indies.
Get them an international match.
So just stop and play one game against Singapore, one game against Hong Kong. Get them an international match. Now, it's not the ICC's doing because the member countries run the ICC. Okay, so the member countries have to say, if New Zealand went to Hong Kong and said, listen, we're coming through, we'd love a practice match against you, 50-over match in Hong Kong. Imagine the furor around Hong Kong. It'd be like, wow, New Zealand want to come and play us on the way to Pakistan or on the way to Dubai, on the way to England. Let's do it. Let's organise it. Get some sponsors, get it on TV. Let's do it.
That's a great idea. And that's a better way to grow the game than giving money is good. But this is almost like what people say about, you know what they say about doing charity, that, oh, you give money, but go spend time instead, right?
Correct.
And it's the same to promote the sport
whole
as well.
teach a man to fish thing, isn't it?
Yeah.
You know?
No, also organizing.
You just said fishing, or suddenly Joy's lost his train of thought. It's like, what, fish? Where? Where's the fish?
You're right, though, Joy. They have to
I am going to Calcutta tomorrow, so my fish problems are solved.
You'll be sorted.
But the infrastructure's got to be there. They have to learn how to run a game, how to market a game, how to sell tickets.
Absolutely.
All of those things.
But they'll only learn it.
Correct.
They'll only learn it when they're thrown in the deep end. They'll get it wrong twice.
Yeah. And it's
but they'll get it right the third time.
And it's easy to go to Ireland. It's easy to go to Scotland when anyone tours England.
Yeah.
Prior to. So a lot of these places, if you come into New Zealand, I know it's tough, but maybe it's a Papua New Guinea who are an emerging nation. You know, maybe those sorts of things. Fiji, Australia, and those islands are so close to Fiji, to Australia and New Zealand. Maybe there are options.
Quick word for the players, though. I mean, we can suggest that, but you've been on tour. You know that if you're going, let's say, to India or Pakistan, it's a 1.5 month, 2 month. It's a long enough tour anyway. Just the fact that you have to get off at a Singapore and a Hong Kong, and then you got to take your bags, and you got to go, and then another hotel room. You play. It's 2-3 days. You're a little unsettled. Can it be?
I don't think anybody's going to complain about stopping off in Hong Kong or Singapore for a few days, to be honest with you.
Yeah.
And it's part of your duty. You know, it's part of your duty.
Yeah.
So look,
So you're saying
well,
it could be mildly inconvenient, but not a deal breaker.
Exactly.
It's not a deal breaker.
Look, at one point in time, team would go to South Africa from England, and by the time they got back or they went to Australia, it took 2 weeks.
Yeah.
I mean,
That's
things
right.
like that
They used to come by ship.
Yeah, exactly.
Our guys went
so
to
what
England
are we talking
by
about?
boat. I mean,
Yeah, that was what, 4 or 5 weeks
I know
almost.
it's not always convenient, and players of the modern era don't want to hear it. But you know, back in the day, teams did it pretty tough. Teams did it really tough. I mean, we didn't do it tough, apart from maybe one tour that I was telling you about. I'll just leave.
You lived in a biscuit factory,
I'll leave it alone for
with
now.
some big rats around. That's all we'll tell you. They won't tell you what country.
That was
they won't tell you what village.
But you know, guys did it a lot tougher than these guys do, and guys did it way tougher than we ever did.
Yeah.
You know, it's a mild inconvenience to play a good 50-over game on the way to another destination.
Love it.
And I think if you want to grow the game globally, that's the best way to do it.
I love the idea. Absolutely love the idea. Well, tomorrow, India is playing Bangladesh. Now, Bangladesh, of course, a little battered, a little bruised after the loss today. They will be. And that, of course, is the Super 4 match. Now, remember, there's 2 Super 4 matches tomorrow. So, while of course, we Indian fans will be looking at this game, I'll also have another eye out in Afghanistan and Pakistan because I think that's going to be a super exciting match. And this tournament needs a super exciting match.
It needs an exciting match. The other point is that never in recent past has a toss become so important. Against Afghanistan, that toss is a really important toss. You're not going to say, oh, well, it's okay, we lost the toss. You say, hell, we lost the toss, they're going to bat. They get past 200, we're in trouble.
But both teams will want to bat first.
They both want to bat first.
Everyone will want to bat first.
And complete contrasting bowling attacks. Seam and a quality leg spinner in one side, and 3 quality spinners and a little bit of dibbly-dobbly seam in the other side.
I love dibbly-dobbly. If a Kiwi can't use dibbly-dobbly, who can?
Who can?
Exactly.
You're right.
Exactly.
Some of my favorites there. Gavin Larson.
Oh, Rod Latham, Gavin Larson, Chris Harris.
Willie Watson. Love him. Absolutely love him. And then, of course, the India-Bangladesh game. Now, with the India-Bangladesh game, of course, there's been a few changes in the Indian squad. As you know, Hardik Pandya has got injured, is back home. Akshar Patel also back home, as is Shardul Thakur, which means the 3 replacements that have come in. This, of course, was the 11 that played against Pakistan.
I see only one
yesterday. So you got Ravindra Jadeja, Sid Kaul, and Deepak Chahar who've come in, but you see only Jadeja coming in, man for man to Hardik.
Jadeja for Hardik, these pitches will suit a spinning all-rounder. Then they'll basically have, they'll have four spinners, which is not bad. 4 spinners.
Afghanistan business model.
Yeah, exactly. It seems to work for everybody, and Jadeja will be a useful addition to this team. I think he'll give it enough. The other thing is, I think India will play their best 11 now because they have to sort of get that, get their formation ready for the next 2-3 games.
A question to you, KL Rahul, Manish Pandey. Do either of these get a look in, you think?
I don't think so. No, I don't think so. I think the batting looks reasonably settled. They've decided that they'll go with Ambati Raidu and Dinesh Karthik. I just think that's how they'll leave it. They won't change it. They won very well.
And they haven't done anything wrong.
No,
why would you want to mess with something?
I don't see them changing it. If they do, it will be a surprise. But I agree with Joy. Just the one change, Ravi Jadeja comes straight in.
That's it. For Bangladesh, though, questions for Bangladesh. We have the Fizz is going to come in for sure.
Mushfiqur and Fizz will walk into the team definitely.
Yeah.
And I can't see.
So we heard that Mustafizur was carrying a bit of a niggle or some discomfort, and Mustafi said that he would play tomorrow. So
definitely. I mean,
Mominul Haq didn't do anything today. They brought in Shanto to replace Tamim Iqbal. Now, whether they keep Mominul Haq because he's a little more experienced and ask him to open, which he has done in the past, perhaps, and Mushfiqur comes back in. So that may be the way that Bangladesh go.
Yeah. With India and Bangladesh again, you're saying the guys who win the toss want to bat first?
I think everyone would want to bat first on these surfaces now. They've all seen the way it's going. The ball is slowing down, and it's not a 20-over game that the difference is not that much. Over 100 overs, there's a fairly substantial difference between when you start and by the time you end, the way the pitch is playing. I think everyone will want to bat first on this surface. It's just I think it's important for India to say that, okay, if Ravindra Jadeja comes, get him a game early, get him acclimatized to conditions, because there are some serious matches to follow. Not that this is not a serious match, but, they have to now, this is the business end of the tournament.
Yeah, did we see some dew, though, today?
Well, the towels were out in Abu Dhabi tonight, so maybe it cooled a little bit, and dew forms when it cools.
We don't know the science of it. If you know, you can tweet
I know the science of it. I explained it to Sanjay Mandrake one night when he thought that dew fell from up above for some reason. I don't know why.
Oh, really?
Yeah. But anyway, it forms because it just the heat in the day as the air cools, the little droplets of dew form on the top of the grass.
Yeah, it's like this great story about the BBC as an April Fool's joke. One day they put up, they played on the 1st of April a program which is supposed to be a documentary about the famous spaghetti trees of Italy. So they draped spaghetti all over the trees and said, this is how the people go and collect these trees and all that. And lots of people wrote in saying that, where can we get the saplings of these trees? You want to grow them all over England.
One second. Is that not true? I saw that. I went looking in Italy when I was there. No, I didn't. I did find the meatball shrubs though. I can tell you where they are. And the little Parmesan bushes. I'll tell you where those are. Well, so there you go. There's 2 Super 4 encounters that are tomorrow. We'll also show you the schedule of all the Super 4s, how they're playing. Tomorrow there's 2 games. There's Pakistan playing Afghanistan. There is India playing Bangladesh. And then, of course, on Sunday, we've got India v Pakistan. And then, these 2 teams play each other again.
Yeah.
Bangladesh doesn't want to come back to play Afghanistan now.
No, not back in Abu Dhabi. That is for sure. Back at the same venue on the 23rd. So 2 on the 21st, 2 on the 23rd, and 2 on the 25th and 26th. So we get the 22nd and the 24th off.
Yes, you do.
Wow.
Lucky you. Happy times.
This is good times.
Happy times.
Good
If
times.
you're in
So do the
Mumbai,
teams if it counts
if
at
you're
all.
in Mumbai, you'll see Simon Doull somewhere at 4 in the morning. Just tell him where his hotel is.
We're going for a run, of course. Going for a run.
Be nice to him. Well, let's have a quick look before we go at the Pakistan and Afghanistan encounter. We've seen the Afghanistan lineup, of course, definitely not expecting any change, and we've just spoken about them. Why would you change it, right? If it ain't broke, don't fix it, man. For Pakistan, let's have a look at what their 11 was against India and ask the gentlemen if they think any changes are coming this way after India beat them.
They are surprised if there was too many changes, unless there's an injury. Mohammad Amir, maybe. I mean, I don't know whether they've got. I don't know whether they have.
They need one more spinner, and I'm trying to remember who else is in their squad.
Well, Shoaib Malik's got to bowl some more, surely.
Yeah, Shoaib Malik's not been bowling.
He came
at all.
as an afterthought, wasn't he? He came right at the end.
He did. I mean,
The match was over. The match was over by that
he's
time.
got to bowl some more, but they've been talking maybe dropping Mohammad Amir. Whether that happens, I don't know. I don't know. Shaheen Afridi, the big tall left armour, they say he's got gas, they say he swings it. Do they say now, we've got 2 games up?
I think it's not a bad shout though. And Afridi will be playing, I mean, literally, he's also from that Northwest Frontier province, right next to Afghanistan. Big guy. Shaheen Afridi.
Shaheen.
Because you say Afridi, I'm like, what's that? Is he back again?
Yeah.
From retirement?
And no, not only that. He's a teenager. So when you hear teenager S. Afridi, what do you think?
You think Shahid Afridi.
Of course.
That's what you think, because he is a teenager. Of course he is. So I have a question, trivia question. Let me see if Joy knows. How many times has Shahid Afridi come back from retirement?
I stopped counting after 3, I think.
Yeah? I'd say about close to like a dozen or something.
Yeah, I stopped counting.
Close to a dozen. Every time he turned 21, he was like, I retired too early. I should have stuck around. All right, so time for us to go. But before we go, a bit of business that's left on the joy factor. This question, can you just give us the answer? Because if you give us this question, we'll
Gaurav.
6-7 minutes, yeah? This is a long question.
I'll be fast. Okay, here goes. The current Mumbai Indians manager is number 2.
Rahul Sangvi.
Number 3 is
Chamindawaz.
Michael Holding is at number 5. Who's now number 1 and who's this list about? And the answer is somebody you saw in the IPL, Shahbaz Nadeem. He took 8 for 10 to get against Rajasthan in the Vijay Hazare tournament, and it's the best figures. The most interesting thing is the other 2 wickets were taken by another left-arm spinner called Anukul Roy, and apparently Shahbaz at one point had all 8 wickets. And then he was coaching Anukul and saying, this is where you bowl. And Anukul went and took the next 2 wickets.
That is just wrong.
It's right after Jim Laker and Tony Locke. It's exactly like that.
Yeah. I had that incident in an under-20 tournament. Took the first 9.
Yeah.
And then the catch for the 10th.
Oh, you're a Boy Scout.
And
what an
I
honest
didn't drop it.
You got it.
You should have done a little hot potato with it.
And that test match against India in 98,
when you took 7 out of 7.
Had the first 7.
I remember that. I woke up to going, what is he doing?
I was so tired. And I was saying to Dion Nash, please, man, the pressure's coming on. You've got to get a wicket here. Because I was so tired. And I kept bowling because the chance, you never get a chance to do that. And I was out on my feet and I was tired and I had a long spell.
How many overs had it?
I'm not sure how many it was, but I say to Dion Nash, you've got to get one, man. I need to come off. I can't be bowling anymore.
How long did you get before you got one?
I'm not 100% sure, to be honest.
After 7, you remember nothing?
After 7, I don't remember anything.
Yeah, because of course New Zealand matches happen really early in the morning for us.
Yeah.
And I think by the time I put on the TV, which must have been like 8 a.m., you had run through like 7 wickets and you had all 7. And I was like, whoa. I missed something special here. We had no catch-up TV at the time, right? There was none. There's none of this great technology that lets you watch Cricbuzz live from all over the world, right? There isn't. But we're here, and Cricbuzz is here, and we're going to be back here tomorrow again. Have we given the winner's name yet or not?
Not.
Oh, there's still some business left on the Joy Factor. Do we actually have a winner? We
There
do.
he is.
Crick Rohit. He's got to have Crick on his name if he answers that correctly.
Absolutely. Crick Rohit is the right man for the answer.
Yeah.
That's two very good Indian names, isn't it? Rohit
And Yadav.
and Yadav.
That is right. We've
Two
got a
very
Rohit,
good
we've got
cricket
a few
names.
Yadavs.
Two very good cricket names.
Yeah, we've got a few Yadavs there. Well, congratulations, Rohit, and well done. I think you should take a screenshot of that and a screenshot of the question and tell all your friends tomorrow what you did. And you will really impress them. In fact, you might just give them a crick in their necks. You did that? Did you really? All right, it's time for us to go now because it's really late and we're mildly delirious. So from me, Gaurav Kapur, from the rest of our Cricbuzz crew, we'd like to thank Simon Doull and Joy Bhattacharya. Thank you so much, gentlemen.
Thank
It's always
you.
fun
Look
with you
forward to
guys
tomorrow.
here. You are off to Calcutta.
I'm off to Kolkata.
Kolkata.
I will have some doi and mishti on for you.
No, I want you to...
Calcutta or Kolkata?
Kolkata is a Bengali pronunciation.
Okay, Kolkata.
Bong. I love how he's saying bong.
Yeah.
It's a bong.
Okay.
A bong.
And this bong is not the bong.
Not
Oh, not the bong that
Not
hitting
we,
the
bong.
not the bong we tried in South Africa on that tour that time.
No, no.
Nah,
not
not
the
that.
bong.
No,
Not the
we-
bong that any cricketer admits to
Okay,
trying.
we didn't do it. We didn't.
This has
do it.
been a real joint effort, this one.
Oh, dear.
Really has been. It's time for us to-
dear.
I want a kusum roll, the kathi roll from Kolkata. That's the one I want.
You have
Oh, the gut.
great taste.
I have great taste, I do.
Great taste.
Chicken and egg for me, mutton and egg for the gentleman here. Please come back bearing gifts. And we'll
Sunday.
see you tomorrow live on Cricbuzz. We're going to be here at 4:30 p.m. India time, looking ahead at two amazing games tomorrow, and they really will be. That's all we have time for right now. Good night. Thanks for watching.